Bettina Ortiz Imeno was not accustomed to waiting, a former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up. Of course, the exceedingly bronze Strawberry Blonde was these days the wife of Miami Auto Parts tycoon, Herman Ortiz Imena. In not every restaurant she chose to grace with her presence, she was always greeted with reverence and whisked out to the exact table she desired. Today, she wanted the corner table on the terrace at Sip Sip, her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Island. She wanted to sit on one of the comfy orange canvas director's chairs and stare out gently lapping turquoise waters while eating her kale Caesar salad. But there was a large noisy group taking up the entire terrace and they didn't seem in much hurry to leave. Bettina fumed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch in the sun. Look how tacky they were. The woman overly tanned, wrinkled, and saggy, none of them properly lifted or buttocks. And the men were even worse, all dressed in old rumpled shirts and shorts, wearing those cheap straw hats sold at the trinket shop on Dunmore Street. Why do such people come here? Bettina angrily said. The 3.5 mile long paradise, with its pristine pink sand beaches, was one of the best kept secrets in the Caribbean. A haven for the very rich filled with quaint little wood houses painted in shades of sherbet, charming boutiques, chic oceanfront mansions turned into inns, and five-star restaurants to rival St. Bart's. Bettina stormed into the kitchen, the fridge on her Gucci caftan top shaking furiously as she made a beeline for the woman with a shock of pixie cut blonde hair manning the main stove. Julie, honey, what's the diallo? I waited more than 15 minutes for my table. Bettina sighed to the owner of the restaurant. Sorry, Bettina, it's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace showed up first just before you did. But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on earth did you let those tourists take up all that space? Well, the tourist in that red fishing cap is the Duke of Glencora. His party just boated over here from Windermere. That's his Royal Wisman. You see, Bird of the Coast, isn't it the most handsome sailboat you've ever seen? Bettina is not impressed, and she still surveyed the people on the terrace. It was only then that Bettina noticed three tan, well-built men in fitted white t-shirts and black Kevlar pants sitting at the adjacent table. The guys weren't eating, but sat watchfully, sipping glasses of seltzer water. I assume that's the Duke's security detail. They couldn't be more obvious. Don't they know that we're all billionaires here on Brilland? And this isn't how we roll, Bettina threatened. Actually, those bodyguards belong to the Duke's special guests. They did a whole sweep of the restaurant before the party arrived. They even searched my walk-in freezer. See the Chinese fellow seated at the end of the table? Bettina squinted through her Dior Ecstasy sunglasses at the port. Balding, 70-something Asian man, dressed in a nondescript white short-sleeved golf shirt and gray trousers. Oh, I didn't even notice him. Am I supposed to know who he is? That's Alfred Chan, Julie said in a hushed tone. Bettina giggled. Look at chauffeur. Doesn't he look like the guy that used to drive Jane Wyman around the Falcon Crest? Julie, who was trying to focus on searing a cut of tuna to perfection, shook her head, a tight-lipped smile. From what I hear, that chauffeur is the most powerful man in Asia. What's his name again?